This is the Spartan Body and Mind Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter, here with the topic of the day. Here's a question. Why does fitness matter? Why should fitness matter? Why should we care about fitness? Why should we care about a healthy body? Why should we care about nutrition and working out and this? Why not just eat whatever, do whatever, and be right? Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. Why not do that? Well, real quickly, I want you to think about a vehicle. I want you to think about the car that you own. Not sure what kind of car you drive. Maybe some of you, right? Maybe some of you drive like Toyota, Honda. Maybe it's a sedan. Maybe it's a minivan, right? Maybe you've been able, maybe some of you, maybe you're driving a Beamer, maybe a Mercedes, maybe an Audi, right? Some of you, maybe you're like, man, I just love my car. My car is everything. I'm driving, I don't know, you got a Porsche. You've got a McLaren. I saw, the hurricane, at the time I'm recording this, the hurricane just hit Florida, and there's a video of a yellow McLaren on the streets, which is flooded, and it's kind of like, you can tell it's floating in the water, kind of pushing up against this tree, and it's just like, wow, there's an investment down the drain. I'm sure they have insurance. Hopefully it covers. So, right, what kind of car do you have? What's your dream car, right? To get that dream car, you got to save up money. You got to invest right. You got to work right. Some of you, right, your car just doesn't matter. You just drive whatever gets you from point A to point B. But I want you to think about this. Think about your body as a car. So right now, if you looked in the mirror, right, if you took off all your clothes and you looked in a full-length mirror, what kind of car would match your body? What kind of car? And not just, right, the look, the appearance, the desire, like, what's the condition? Like, how physically able, active are you? Do your knees hurt? Do your joints hurt? Right? Is it hard to move around? You're getting older, you're getting more tired, not sleeping well. Some of us, if we're honest, we're probably in the junker category. We're in the Pinto. I mean, when I was a kid, the Pinto was the car that everyone made fun of. I don't even know if anyone, today, how many people even know what a Pinto is, what a Pinto even looks like. But that was kind of the butt of jokes, it's like a Pinto. So today I want you to think about your body as a vehicle. And I want you to think, are you leaning towards a Pinto or are you leaning towards a Porsche? And I want you to think about this idea, this picture, because I think when you get a picture in your head, you start to understand concepts. You start to understand things like nutrition is fuel, right? A car needs fuel. You can have the most beautiful car, but if you're not fueling it, it's not going anywhere. A body needs fuel, and what you use as fuel impacts its performance. Right? Every time you pull up to the gas station, you have choices of which grade of fuel to put in, right? You're going to put in, I don't know what the choices are. I think Costco only has two. It's 88 or 92, right? Maybe if you go to Chevron, they give you three choices, 88, 90, 92. I was talking to someone the other day who's a motorcycle enthusiast, and they have a really nice Harley. And he was telling me how his Harley, he has to use 92. He has to use, right, premium of premium, the best of gas. And then he has to add an additive to it that takes it like to 100 plus. I'm like, wow, there's some. And if he doesn't do that, it does not run well. It does not, right? It starts to sputter. It starts to misfire. It starts to just act up when he doesn't give it the fuel that it needs. Now, why do I say this? Because you need to think about the fuel that you're putting into your body. Why? Because what are you asking your body to do? What are you asking your body to do? You're asking what's your body? Your body's your mind. Your body is, right, all of your organs. You're asking your body to do what with your mind, right? What kind of work do you do? What kind of relationships do you have? What kind of things are you investing in where you need attention, creativity, memory, right? All these kind of things that we're asking. Again, you don't have to be some high-functioning chief executive officer. You don't have to be some high-functioning a successful entrepreneur to need a firing, working brain. And you may say, man, it's true. I find myself groggy during the day. I find myself in the afternoon after I eat not sharp, I need that nap. I need that. Why is that? Well, it's partially because the fuel we're putting into our body. It's also partially because of the weight that we're carrying around. When we're overweight, when we are obese, when our body has too much fat on it, that's making us operate in a way that's pushing us towards hibernation mode, not towards activity, hunter mode. And so we should not wonder, we should not be curious, we should not be surprised when our body is overweight, significantly with fat storage, that we are operating in a way that doesn't match what we want. If we want to be in hunter mode, if we want to be active and thriving and sharp and mentally focused, we have to put fuel in our body that's making us more a Porsche than a Pinto. This is why fitness matters, because fitness drives your body's a vehicle, and it drives your functionability. You want to be functionable and highly functional. You want that brain to fire. You need to feed it, right? The nutrition you eat is fueling your brain. This is why healthy fats are important. Some diets, some foolish coaches or influencers on whatever social platform will tell you, this diet, we're going to burn fat by eliminating fat. You already have fat on your body, so you don't need fat. That is false, because there are different types of fat. Fat storage on your body is not the fat that your brain needs. You need fat in your diet, in your daily diet, to feed your brain. Your brain needs, right? It uses fat like an engine uses oil to keep everything running smoothly. Your brain needs healthy fats. This is why eggs are some of the best food to eat. Anyone telling you not to eat eggs is crazy. Working for some system that's against the chicken, I guess. Like, eggs are excellent sources of fat, excellent sources of healthy cholesterol, things that your body needs. Avocado oil, olive oil, again, healthy fats. Now, we need to be careful how much. We don't need to, right? Oh, I just put olive oil on my salad. No, you took a piece of lettuce and you gave it the Al-Qaeda waterboarding treatment with your oil. You don't need to baptize your salad. You just need a little bit, right? A tablespoon or two goes a long way. There's a lot of calories. You don't need to baptize your food. But we need fat. We need some of that in our diet, right? I'd encourage you 50, 75 grams a day of fat is going to help healthy brain activity. So we want to be mindful of what we're putting in the body. We want to use nutrition as fuel, right? You don't want heavy fats so that it sludges up the body. You don't want to put a ton of sugar in your body. That's like putting watered down gas in your body, right? You don't go to Arco. You want to go to Chevron. You want to go where there's good gas, good fuel. You want to put, not only do you want to be mindful of putting sludge and watered down gas, putting bad fats and sugars in your body, you also want to be putting premium gas. And you want to be putting premium gas is going to be like protein. I want to be filling my body. Proteins are going to be the first things. I want to make sure I have protein in every meal, and it's the predominant thing in every meal. Why? Because protein, A, builds muscle. You cannot build muscle in your body, and you cannot sustain muscle in your body without protein. So we need protein. Number 2, proteins have essential amino acids. That's what's building the muscle. It's also delivering a ton of vitamins and health to the body. We need proteins. It is also satiating, which means I'm going to feel fuller longer the more protein I have. The more sugars, the more fats, the more carbohydrates, there we go, are going to burn through your body, so you're going to be hungrier quicker. Eat more protein. But you also want premium gas with additives. Like I say, my motorcycle friend puts in the additives to even make it better than premium. So that's when we want premium gas, which is our proteins. We want additives like healthy fats and clean carbohydrates. Now, what do I mean by clean? I simply mean things that are that the body's going to use and digest well for energy. So this can be, there's a lot of clean, and you might not again, white rice, clean. Brown rice is clean. The only reason I don't eat brown rice is because it digests slower for me. It's got a lot of other fibers and other things going on in it, and it sits heavy in my gut, and so I choose to eat white rice. Potatoes are a clean carb that your body uses. Potatoes are good. You know what's not good? Putting a bunch of cream in your potatoes. Putting a bunch of sour cream or cheese in your potatoes. That's not good. Keep them clean. What else? Pasta. Pasta's a good, clean. Now, I wouldn't. There's some things I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat more rice than pasta, but pasta's not a bad thing. You just got to make sure, again, how does it digest? How much are you eating? Are you measuring? Right? You can eat a lot more rice than you can pasta for the number of carbohydrates that are in it. What else? Bread can be a clean. Right now, bread has sugars and other things that you need to be mindful of. You need to be looking at the ingredients on that package to see what's going on in there, because a lot of people don't think sugar and bread, but a lot of bread has sugar in it. So you don't want to be filling your body with a ton of sugar. You want to be having, again, clean carbs. Now, does that mean that I can never have toast? No, you can have toast. We make sourdough from scratch. Sourdough is a great bread. I think in moderation, as long as it's fitting the plan, a great source of carbohydrates. Again, you can have maybe one piece of toast is equal to, I'd have to look at the macros, but let's say one piece of toast is equal to a cup of rice. Well, the cup of rice is a lot more food than that one piece of toast. So that's where things, you got to decide how satisfying is it? What else am I eating with that? Am I putting, 2 scrambled eggs on top of that sourdough? It's going to be a lot more nutritious. It's going to be a lot more dense. It's going to be a lot more filling than just eating a piece of sourdough bread. Okay, so we want healthy fats and clean carbs. Those are additives to our protein. So this is the body. It's the vehicle. And we want to be mindful of what we're putting in that vehicle, because the more miles you put on that vehicle, the more likely it's to break down, right? Think about that as you age. Things start to hurt. The knees hurt. The back hurts. The joints hurt. So what do we need to do? We need to make sure that we're putting things in the body to help that. This is why I recommend every morning start with a full glass of water. Drink a full glass of water. The first thing you do is wake up. I drink a full glass of water, and then what do? I take some vitamins. I take fish oil capsules. I take vitamin C, and I take vitamin D. I don't care if you live in Arizona and it's the summertime. Take vitamin D. Humans don't absorb vitamin D well enough to have enough of it in their system. So those 3 things always for me. Fish oil. I want those. I want good, healthy oils in me. I want vitamin C, and I want vitamin D. And there are others you can take, but again, I think that you get a lot of the others in the food that you eat, especially if you're eating a nutritious diet. What else? So you have a body. You have the fuel that you put in. That's your nutrition, right? A car, like a vehicle, needs to be tuned up. You need to tune that thing up. So what's a tune-up, right? Maybe get the oil change. This is what I think when you think about in human forms, in the human body, you start to think about repair. You think about recovery. This is where when you sleep, this is why deep sleep is needed. That's when your muscles grow. That's when your muscles, right, when you break them down in your workouts, they grow when you're recovering, when you're sleeping. This is why rest days are important. If you work out in the gym 7 days a week, you are going to hinder its growth. Does that mean you won't grow at all? No, it doesn't mean that. But you are hindering the growth because it never really has the ability to really shut down and really repair. So rest days are good. Now, it depends on how you're working out. If you're going to the gym and doing more aerobic workouts, then no, you don't need to rest because you're not really working out. Okay, I probably offended you, but what else is new? So, tune up the body by being mindful about how you recover. I'm going to do a podcast here about rhythms, evening rhythms, morning rhythms. Just so important that you get in a healthy rhythm and pattern for how you go to sleep, so you're setting yourself up for the best sleep. A good thing about a morning routine that you are waking up with purpose and intentionality, so that you're using your body, right, to get to work, to do something important, productive. Okay, so you have nutrition is your fuel, recovery, sleep is your tune-up, and then, right, this is why we want to be active. Now activity looks like a bunch of different things depending on who you are and how you're going to use your body. You got to decide what kind of car you are. Are you a performance car that needs to be, right, highly tuned, and so you're going to the racetrack and you're trying to win races? Or are you, what are you doing in life? And again, everyone should care about fitness because you get this one body and you want to last. You want to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible. But some of you are doing work, right, with your mind, with your hands. You're living a life that you want to get after it. And to get after it, I'm telling you, you need your body to be dialed in. And you don't realize, I think I meet a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people pushing to try to get into high places of leadership. And they don't realize that for their brain to function well, they need their body to function well. They think, well, I don't have time to work out. I'm so busy chasing the corporate ladder that I don't have time. I'll do that once I arrive. The reason you're not arriving is because you're dumb. Your mind is not functioning because your body is out of shape. You're tired, you're lethargic, and you're not as creative, you're not as clear-headed, and that's because your body's out of shape. Now, does that mean you need to be a professional bodybuilder to be? No, of course not, but you need to be healthy. You need to be healthy, and the more that you focus on an entire body of health, the more your entire body is healthy, the more your brain's going to be healthy, the more your heart's going to be healthy, the more you are going to be in tune and thriving. So, if you're a Porsche, you want to take it to the racetrack. You want it, right? You want to use it for what it was made for. And so I think that's why the gym and activity is important, because it keeps our body moving. It keeps our body active. Remember, we are civilized people now. We are people that sit around at desks. Our jobs are not like our ancestors who had to go hunt, who had to be active, who had to, right, have stealth and quickness and agility. We don't do that anymore, and it's costing us. It's costing us, and this is why we need to care. Why does fitness matter? Because you want to be sharp. Body, mind, soul. You want your physical to be as sharp as your mental, and your mental to be as sharp as your emotional. If you're an emotionally all over the place person, you know what? I bet your body is out of shape. I don't meet a lot of fit people who are emotionally basket cases. You want to know why? Because it has an effect. It has an effect. Your body, your mind, your emotions, those things are connected. Now, we also have experience. We also have life. But that's why I'm speaking from experience. I just went through the hardest year of my life, the most taxing year of my life, mentally and emotionally. And I'm telling you, if I would have went through that year 4 years ago when I was at my physically most unfit and unhealthy, I would not have made it. I would not have made it. I'm telling you, you need to care about your physical fitness. Some of your mental anguish, some of your emotional chaos is being maximized, is being multiplied because your body is out of shape. Tune up your body. It'll tune up your mind. It'll tune up your soul. All right. Why does fitness matter? Because you are a Porsche, not a Pinto. And if you look in the mirror and you see that you're looking more Pinto than Porsche, I want you to give us a call. Go to SethWinterhalter.com. Go to fat2fit.shop and reach out to us. Let us get on the phone with you for 15 minutes and chat about how we can help you, how we can encourage you, how we can give you some next steps to become better, healthier, wholer. Also, join the Facebook group. You can go to, if you just search, I think, Spartan Body and Mind, you can join the group, and where we share a ton of these podcasts are all there, plus a lot of other insights and information. We do some live. We're going to start doing some live events and answering questions and just trying to be an encouraging presence, right? We want to create a group of people, a community where we are supporting one another and we're learning from one another, and we are, right, trying to maximize the vehicle of our body that we've been given so that we can maximize all of life. So until then, keep pounding, keep pushing, and operate at peak performance. Until then, this is Seth Winterhalter, Spartan Body Mind Podcast, signing out.